All right, today we're shaking things up a bit. We're not going to try and predict the future with tarot cards. Nope. Instead, we're going to use them like a psychological lens to really dissect a story and try to uncover the hidden intent of a very mysterious character. This line right here, it just sets the stage perfectly. It reminds us that people come to tarot for all sorts of reasons. But the story we're diving into today, well, it's about a third kind of person. Someone who isn't looking for answers, because they already have a plan. Okay, so our story kicks off at a place called The Other Side, a tarot parlor run by a woman named Lucretia. Everyone calls her Lucy. And into this quiet, contemplative space walks a new client, Daniel Harper. Right from the jump, you get this feeling that this is not going to be your typical appointment. So let's meet our two main players, right? On one side, you've got Lucy. She's warm, she's perceptive, she's intuitive. And then you've got Daniel. The story describes him as being incredibly composed, someone who's, and I quote, accustomed to being in control. Now, you're going to want to hang on to that detail. It's super important. And right away, our first clue that something is off comes from a pretty unlikely source, Casey, the parlor cat. See, he's described as this really perceptive companion, but his reaction to Daniel is totally out of character. Normally, he's all about greeting new people. With Daniel, he just stays put and watches. It's this quiet, intense stare. Talk about a subtle but really powerful piece of foreshadowing, huh? Okay, so with the scene set and the weird cat vibes hanging in the air, Lucy gets started. She begins with something pretty simple and straightforward, a classic 3-card spread, just to get a read on Daniel's current situation. Yeah, this is a really classic setup. Each card has a very specific job to do. Card 1 is the situation, what's happening right now. Card 2 is the obstacle, the challenge he's facing. And card 3 is the advice, the recommended path forward. It's this structure that's going to let us unpack the story of Daniel's intent, one piece at a time.
So Daniel picks out his cards. Lucy flips over the first one, the one for his current situation, and it is the King of Cups.
I mean, come on. The King of Cups is a perfect match for the guy we just met. This card is all about emotional control, mastery, that calm exterior, and Lucy even points out that it can mean feelings are being, carefully managed beneath the surface. It's a direct echo of that accustomed to being in control thing we talked about. So what's Daniel's response to this? That sounds reasonable. That's it. Calm, detached. He doesn't give her any personal details, he just agrees with the card. It just hammers home the card's meaning, right? He is completely composed and totally in control of this whole interaction. Okay, moving on. Next up is the obstacle card. Lucy turns over the 7 of Pentacles. So what kind of challenge could this incredibly controlled guy possibly be facing? Well, this card is all about patience. It's about long-term investment. It suggests that Daniel has poured a ton of time and energy into some big project, and now he's at this critical waiting point. He's just waiting to see if all that hard work is finally going to pay off. So we have a patient man waiting for a result. And again, look at his reaction. So brief, so non-committal. I can understand that. He's acknowledging that, yeah, the card fits, but he gives up nothing. It's like he's just an observer at his own reading, just nodding along and confirming the accuracy. All right, and now for the third card, the advice. And Lucy reveals the Magician. Whoa. Okay, this is a huge card. It's from the Major Arcana, which usually points to big, major life themes. So this is significant. The Magician is all about taking action. It's basically the universe telling you, hey, you've got the skills, you've got the willpower, you have all the tools you need to make your goals a reality. It's a super proactive card. So the advice is pretty clear. Act, and act with confidence. But confidence in what exactly? And this is the turning point. Daniel agrees, yeah, that's good advice. But then Lucy delivers this chilling clarification. She says, the Magician is only a positive card if the goal itself is positive. Boom. This is the moment the whole reading shifts from just a character sketch into something way, way more ominous. So Lucy's intuition is just screaming at her now. She senses the story isn't complete. You've got this combination of control and patience and this powerful intent. It just feels murky, ambiguous. So she tells Daniel she needs to pull one more card, a clarifier, just to get the whole picture. And the card she draws, it changes everything. It's the Seven of Swords. Let me tell you, in a tarot reading, that is almost never a card you want to see. This card, it's all about strategy, secrecy, and yeah, even deception. It completely reframes the entire reading. All of a sudden, the magician's willpower, it's tied to a secret plan. That King of Cups emotional control, that's what you need to hide the plan. And the Seven of Pentacles patience, that's for waiting for the perfect moment to pull it off. So Daniel leaves pretty soon after that, and true to form, he gives absolutely nothing away. So now Lucy and, us, we're left to put all these pieces together and see the full picture that these cards have just painted. So let's just lay it all out. Here's the final profile. We have a man with immense emotional control, who has shown incredible patience for some long-term goal, who has the powerful intent and skill to see it through, and the whole thing is wrapped in a thick blanket of secrecy. I mean, that is one deeply unsettling combination. And then, in the quiet after Daniel is gone, Casey the cat makes a little sound, and Lucy basically tells him, yeah, I see it too. It just confirms that his intuition was spot on from the second Daniel walked in. It reinforces that what they both felt wasn't just a story in the cards, but something tangible, a real weight in the air. And that's Lucy's final chilling realization. Daniel didn't come in seeking answers. He wasn't looking for reassurance. He came looking for a final confirmation, a green light for a plan he was already dead set on. And that is where the story leaves us hanging. The cards painted this vivid portrait of the man and the nature of his plan, but they never told us what the plan actually was. The reading gave us the how, but it left out the what. And so we're left to wonder about the sheer weight of an intent that is so controlled, so patient, so powerful, and so very secret.